What's up, everybody, and welcome to ITG Daily, the show that brings you the hottest in gaming news. I'm Drew Bosley. You can find me on Twitter at ArtisticGamer28. That's the one, the only. It is Scott Savage. You can find him on Twitter at Savage. Scott, happy Thursday, dude.
Yeah, we have some interesting things on the show today. I'm looking forward to, but you've got me up real late last night playing Hood.
I got you into that one too, dude. I got you into GTA. I got you into Hood. That's right. We're lining up some good ones. We're having a good time. Played a lot of Hood last night. It was fun. Didn't quite get all the dailies, but I got most of them. Had a good time. We died a lot though.
Yeah, that game's a little harder than I was expecting.
There's certain situations you get stuck in. It's just like, okay, you stealth. All right, now flips over. Horde mode. Here they come. And it's just like, whoa. Yeah, but
not enough arrows in the quiver for that
one. Sometimes there's not. No, absolutely. Have you picked up a favorite outlaw yet to play?
Well, I call the one Ivor with the hammer. I think that one's really cool, but I like Ezio a little bit more with the wrist blade.
Marianne.
None of these. I have a long history of using the complete wrong character names.
Yes. Some of us do know that. That's for sure. Scott, before we get on to today's show, everybody can be joining us live over on twitch.tv/the official ITG, as well as YouTube at ITG Reviews. But if you can't join us live, hit us up later inside the game.ca, podcast services, and TV streaming networks around the globe. Scott, today's show, a Dataminer finds a new multiplayer mode coming to Halo Infinite that shouldn't surprise anyone. THQ says they don't need E3. They'll have their own showcase, and Max Payne is back with Remedy. Kinda. We'll get into that one too. Scott, are you ready, buddy?
Oh, I am. You know what? Called it.
You know what? I almost put that in the title. I almost put it in the title of today's show. Halo Infinite Dataminer finds new evidence of an upcoming Battle Royale mode. Shocker. Josh, this comes from Joshua over the gamer. It's safe to say that Halo Infinite players are becoming increasingly frustrated over the game's lack of new updates and modes. Campaign, co-op, and Forge are both being continuously pushed back, and the game's community director, Brian Gerard, has been doing his best to try and ease the concerns of worried and irritated fans. Halo Infinite is at a stage where it needs to do something drastic to keep players happy and to drag back those who've already left. Scott, have you left Halo, the land of Halo?
I did for a short time. I kind of just put it to the side. I never deleted it, but I just kind of left it there. And
yeah,
I got pulled back in because my co-op buddy, who I will conscript again,
there you go,
got me playing online a little bit, and I'm back in. And I'm thinking, you know what, this is still pretty good. I'm not sure why everybody's super mad about it. I wasn't super excited to get the cat ears, but I'm not sure what the motivation is supposed to be.
No, that's fair. Halo Infinite is at we need to bring back a Battle Royale mode. Could be one such thing to do this, and some new evidence uncovered by a Halo Infinite Dataminer suggests a Battle Royale mode could be coming soon. First found by the Halo Infinite Leaks and News Twitter account, thanks to Games Radar, a new game mode titled Last Spartan Standing was discovered alongside a short description of the mode. Quote, every Spartan for themselves. Level up your loadout by earning personal score to be the last Spartan standing, end quote, reads the description. It's pretty clear that this refers to an upcoming Battle Royale mode that 343 Industries has cooking. Scott, does this surprise you? I don't think so. You called this. I called this. I think everybody called this.
I called it as somewhat of a joke, but then as time went on, I thought, well, why not? But I don't know if this 100% confirms a Battle Royale or something, just a normal, different kind of game mode. I'm thinking back to Rainbow Six Vegas, where they had, I believe it was called Last Man Standing, but it was a team-based kind of game, and it just worked like Siege. You eliminate all the enemies, and that's it. You win. So I'm not sure if that's kind of what this describes, but personal score, I'm not sure what that would refer to either. It could be rec points like they used in Halo 5, but that's a whole system we haven't seen in 6 so far.
For sure. So this could be an interesting twist to the game, right? Maybe it pulls back people, because I've put it down for a long time now. We've just been on to other stuff because of the show mostly, but for the most part, dude, this isn't my go-to shooter, right? Like it isn't. I
Oh,
love Halo.
Battle Royale is gonna pull me back in.
Well, I think yeah, I think it's gonna pull a lot of people back in, right? Like, you know, we've been talking with Nate too, and he's like, man, like there's nobody over here playing because we're just kind of bored. We're left looking for something new. And I was listening to a podcast yesterday. The games of service, right? This live service model is tough. Like it is really tough to keep the community alive, keep them going. How do you keep them intrigued to stick around? Will a battle royale just do that? Because the minute you play something, Scott, right? If you play, say you play a single player game, right? So if we only had Halo with no multiplayer, you play the campaign, you finish it, had a great time, you bounce out, you're done. Multiplayer's around. Okay, you can play multiplayer over and over and over and over and over and over again, but is that enough? We look at Hood Outlaws and Legends, for example. Dude, there's not enough content in that game to keep the community alive. What do? They put it on PlayStation Plus to kind of entice a new audience to bring them over. We'll see if it sticks around after that. We talked about that. We have a video up on our YouTube channel, ITG Reviews. Please go check that out. I'd love to hear your feedback. I know we both would, Scott, on that one, now that you're into it as well, right? But you look at the community because they're always striving and starving for something new.
I feel like that's been programmed into us in a marketing kind of sense.
Absolutely.
Because back in my day, you'd play multiplayer just for the thrill of crushing other people around the globe. And you didn't need much of a reward system. But I feel like this is kind of the progression. It began with loot boxes, microtransactions. Hey, you want to be special? Here's a golden star. Okay, but, well, the loot boxes, that was totally...
money grab.
Tweaked. Yeah, it was corrupted. And then that led into a battle pass. But now what it's done is 10 years later, we expect a battle pass. We expect unlockables or loot boxes or whatever. But I don't know if that's to anybody's benefit, really.
Well, so here's the thing.
For a strategy game, it makes a little bit more sense. In the case of Hood, because it's more of like a slower burn game.
Sure. Yeah, it's funny because it is one of those circumstances, right? Like you say, maybe we have been programmed over the last few years to kind of get ready for, you know, something new, something more exciting. Because back in the day, dude, it was literally team deathmatch, and that's all you played all day, every day. Dude, there's nothing like playing GoldenEye back in the day. 4-player split screen, try to shoot your friend or your brother or your sister or whoever was there playing with you, right?
So you try to shoot whoever was odd job.
Yeah, way down there. So it's one of those things. Now moving forward with the genres of everything in multiplayer, live service, trying to kind of take over, and how do you keep that community thriving? Because if you don't have enough content, like you say, with this, especially with Halo, dude, they launch multiplayer, everybody's in it. Okay, cool. Now here's a single player. Okay, cool. Now we're still waiting for co-op, and we're still waiting for Forge mode. Like the game just clearly isn't ready, and that's where it doesn't. It didn't launch as a full title. It launched as like segments.
That feels like what the main, well, both feature and curse of live service games are. I know that there's a lot more ambition than what we get, but what we get is just the bun without the burger. And it's one of the industry kind of trends that I really don't like. I really don't like live service games.
Well, so here's the other thing too. I believe we have Overwatch 2 in discussion coming up as well. They're following the same model, right? They're launching just a portion of the game, not the complete game. They wanted to get out to everybody and kind of get their hands on it. But at the same time, is that going to be enough? It feels like a game of like a live service game should be baked in for about a 6 to 7 year process, Scott, because because they need to launch the game, but then they need to have 2 years worth of content afterwards to keep the community going. So if you have those 2 years ready to go, then it allows you to launch that at a steady schedule and then be able to work on whatever you have planned coming up next, right? Adjusting to the community, whatever you got to do. But a 5-year life cycle now for a games of service just doesn't seem to work because it just dries up so quickly.
Yeah. Oh, or you get weird compounding problems way later on down the road, like Destiny, where you have to kind of just erase, the last update doesn't count. And then
that's so weird.
You make Nate and a million others really angry.
Dude, he was furious. He's like, I paid for this stuff, right? And all of a sudden, that weapon's obsolete. That weapon's gone. This is gone. That's gone. He's like, what's going on over here with Bungie? They just wiped out everything I just paid for.
No.
That hurts.
I don't think there's ever a good argument for that.
No, I don't think so either. It is one of those circumstances. I'm definitely curious. Nate went back into the Witch Queen. DLC. I was then in playing that as well. Like it was fun. But man, if you weren't caught up on the lore, I had no idea what was going on. Like not a clue what was happening.
It's been my joke forever that Bungie doesn't even know.
But well, we'll see. We'll see what they have next. But Scott, here's my other question. Then getting back to the Halo Battle Royale, is it 100 players or are we going to like 60 players? Because now you got to think too, map size, right? If you're going to introduce 100 people to the world of Halo for a Battle Royale, you got to have a massive size map, wouldn't you think?
I think it might be part of the single player, the map.
Sure.
Just something kind of cordoned off to use for that purpose.
Yeah.
So you could fit 100 people in if that's the case.
Certainly
but I think
that's a big
little
map.
bit too much. I think maybe 40 to 60 would make a lot of sense to me.
Cool. Yeah, we're curious to see what happens, but there you go. It sounds like a Halo Battle Royale is on the way. No surprise. Scott, 10 minutes into the show, and that's all we've talked about. Let's get into something else. This THQ Nordic is hosting a digital showcase this August. Comes from David over at PSU. Many players will remember that a short decade ago, THQ was filing for bankruptcy. I kid you not. Dude, I watched this whole disaster fall apart.
I'm thinking about that. When was that?
Yeah,
I don't know how
ago.
I skipped over that. Oh, yeah. That explains a little bit of it.
Fast forward to 2022. Under the Embracer Group, the developer and publisher has grown exponentially and will be having a showcase to show it all off coming this August. The showcase will premiere August 12th. 2022. Shout out to August 12th. That's my mom and my cousin's birthday. Shout out to them.
Hey, whoa, gang. I'm number 3 on that list.
Whoa, there we go. We got 3 people on August 12th. That's pretty cool. And will be a digital presentation of games from the publisher. Announcement on Twitter also came with a short trailer. I tried to grab the trailer, Scott. That would not look well for TV, dude. It was so pixelated. It was bad, but it did showcase a couple things. Some of their previous games, things like that. Desperados 3. If you have not played Desperados 3, I'm telling you, it is an incredible game. Nate and I reviewed it for the show. I absolutely love this game. I re-downloaded it because I wasn't able to finish it. I want to go back. This is definitely one of my it's one of those guilty pleasures of your long list of games to get back to. Desperados 3, definitely one that needs to get back to, get that one accomplished. And just go check it out. It's on Game Pass. You can't go wrong. If you like stealth,
you mentioned that
right?
to me, and I never actually tried it.
You'd like this. You really like it, I feel. And they also, here's a shout out to Biomutant, because that's what else they've worked on too over there, publishing that title. Will we see Biomutant 2? Will we see Desperados 4? I have some high hopes. Fingers crossed, but we have no idea. But we do know that there's 28 games to be showcased. So we'll see what happens. So what do you figure?
I wonder how long this goes for now.
That's where I was heading next. You think like half hour, 45 minutes?
With 28 games, it could be easy to go to an hour and a half.
Please don't do the idea at Xbox Showcase thing that we sat through for 4 hours.
I think about that every time.
Right? That and the Prime Matter.
What does it mean to eat? No. I'm done.
Yeah. Dude, let's get into some other exciting news, though. You ready for this one? Remedy is remaking Max Payne 1 and 2 for current gen systems.
I wish I could do the Max Payne face, but it's just a bunch of eyebrow.
so here, this one comes from Chris over at VGC. The games will be sold together as a single package and will be released on Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, and PC. Both games will use Remedy's Northlight game engine, which is used for Quantum Break and Control. The games are currently, quote, in the concept development stage, end quote, suggesting a release may still be some time away. Yeah, we'll see this at the end of this generation. Remedy developed the first 2 Max Payne games, which were released in 2001 and 2003. The games were praised at the time for their groundbreaking visual effects, including the use of a slow-mo bullet time effect similar to that seen in The Matrix. Dude, it's kind of where it really started. That bullet time thing was Max Payne. It stood out.
Yeah, that gave it its
like,
own identity.
Woo, absolutely. Here's the other thing. You ready for this? Remedy sold the rights to Max Payne to Rockstar Games, the parent company of Take-Two, for $34 million.
That seems like low in today's money, but that was 2002.
2002, that's a big deal. Now you're like, that's a drop in the bucket. I want billions of dollars now, people. Let's go. The Max Payne remakes have made wait a second, I'm starting this over. The Max Payne remakes have been made possible then due to an agreement between Remedy and Rockstar. This is really weird to me that Remedy, the company that started Max Payne, sold the rights to Rockstar and then gone in to a partnership with Rockstar to then remake 1 and 2.
It feels like they're double dipping, eh? They're getting the payout for it, and then they're also sticking around to make a product with it.
Yep. It sure
this
does.
is a good precedent, though. Come on, Kojima. I know it's going to take a team of lawyers in like 100 years, but let's start that process now.
Let's get it going. We could really use it. There's no doubt about it. Absolutely, buddy. I don't see that one happening, though.
We need something in 2023 to look forward to.
Yeah, no,
although
absolutely.
That would be quite beyond 23.
We do have a quote here. He says, quote, "We are thrilled when our longtime friends at Remedy approached us about remaking the original Max Payne games," end quote. Rockstar founder Sam Houser said in a statement, quote, "We are massive fans of the work the Remedy team has created over the years, and we can't wait to play these new versions," end quote.
Oh, I'm excited to play these new versions. I was, 9 and 11 when the first and second game came out. So I wasn't really allowed to play, but I
played them.
Bit.
I was older.
I'm wondering how are they going to do the blood trail thing? Are they going to skip that? Is that because that's everybody's nightmare fuel from those games?
Yep. No, absolutely. Dude, you're popping pills to make sure you can heal up and stuff like that. It was just
that was the first game with a massive use of painkillers I ever saw.
Yeah, absolutely.
As a 9-year-old.
I was speaking of painkillers,
I'm sure I turned out all right.
Oh yeah. Speaking of painkillers, though, Scott, Ubisoft says more of his games will be getting NFTs despite the initial backlash. Get Chris over at VGC. This one baffles my mind. You know when like developers go, "Okay, you know what? We're gonna learn from our mistakes over here when we created this game." Ubisoft not learning the damn thing here, and clearly don't care because they're making more games with NFTs, and that just blows my mind. Dude, the NFT launch of Quartz trailer for Ubisoft was delisted. You cannot find it.
Oh.
So then why are you bringing it back to other games? This one baffles my mind. Built by Ubisoft as the first platform for playable and energy efficient NFTs in AAA games, Quartz was originally revealed in December of 2021 and was quickly met with overwhelming backlash by players.
Yeah, myself included, but I am trying to have a little bit more of an open mind. I'm wondering if that's what they're banking on. They're hoping, everybody who got mad will just kind of forget. Doesn't really matter.
We'll see. Despite this, a statement on the Ubisoft Quartz website tells players that the publisher will continue to add digits and its equivalent of NFTs to future games. Ghost Recon Breakpoint was the first game to get digits. And the statement claims that even though it won't be getting any more, there will be more games in the future that support them. Well, first of all, yesterday we covered the fact that Ghost Recon Breakpoint is no longer getting any support, right? They're shutting down any future content. So that's the end of Breakpoint. And which kind of is funny because right now it almost seems like it's the dwindling end of Ghost Recon, and where the future lies for that right now is in the hands of Frontline, their battle royale first person shooter experience. We'll see how that pans out, but if you can get into digits,
I'm wondering what kind of a star-studded presentation they're going to go for. Are we going to get John Bernthal come back in any capacity, or is he was on to somebody else?
He was really good in Breakpoint. I'll give it to him, man. Like he really kind of hit the home with it for me. I thought it was really cool. I thought he did really well.
He's a very believable bad guy.
Absolutely, yeah. No, he said. So we got a quote. It says, "Thank you to all Ghost Recon Breakpoint players who claimed their first digits." The statement reads, "You own a piece of the game and have left your mark in its history, as the last digit of Ghost Recon Breakpoint was released on March 17th, 2022. Stay tuned for more updates with features to the platform and future drops coming with other games." Scott, so here's my other thing now. You have this digit for Breakpoint. What are you going to do with that?
Yeah, there's a lot of talk as to, Who was that? Nolan North, who said, "Well, now you can have a part in making the game, or you can bring Master Chief into other games," and that's
Uh,
just not how it works. I still don't understand the use for NFTs. Being able to resell your skins, does that help anybody in the case of Ghost Recon or any game?
okay, so here's if you have a thriving community, like a really popular. So let's take Warzone as an example, right, dude? If you get a wicked gun skin and that's attached to an NFT, you have the opportunity to sell that gun skin to somebody else. But if you have a gun skin from Breakpoint, there is nobody else to sell it to. So, right? It's not like you can carry that over to the next Ghost Recon game. I doubt that even happens, right? That's the other thing. So you're stuck with this thing. So you've invested the money into this NFT, and there's a lot of craziness in the world of NFTs right now with artwork. Just all kinds of different concepts and a lot of misunderstandings about NFTs, how they work, how they function, and what their purpose is. But when it comes to what Ubisoft is up to, dude, I'm really skeptical of the future of NFTs for Ubisoft when they can't even find the YouTube trailer they created for Quartz any longer. Makes me nervous.
Yeah, they're not releasing it to thunderous applause.
No, without a doubt, right? Like they fumbled right out the gate, and then like I just don't, if you have an NFT for Breakpoint, hit us up at the official ITG. Let us know what are you doing with it now, because I'm really curious. Like, could you just hey, thanks, I got it. Like I supported the game. Is that good enough for you? Does that work? Like I don't know. I supported the game too. I played it like a ton. It's just weird, dude. It's just really weird.
I tried to. Can I get an NFT of a menu that works?
Well, yeah, dude, your circumstances was really weird. I've never heard of
that. I can't explain what happened to me either. I hope I'm an outlier.
Scott, we do have some announcements today. We only have a few minutes left. Let's get to a quick announcement and then wrap up those games for today. We got a lot today.
Yeah, no, there is a lot. We're finding a lot of nice news coming out these weeks, which is great.
Yeah.
Oh, much better than the bad news we've had in the past, but this one is exciting. Starfield will feature a handy robot companion named Vasco.
Woo.
And they showed off a little bit of just about a 1-minute trailer is what I've seen so far. Yeah. But it was just a little bit to show you kind of this is what the guy looks like. He's going to be following you around and having a little bit of companionship to a game that otherwise probably doesn't have it. I think of Dogmeat from Fallout being your companion, and that really led to some good gameplay moments. So I'm looking forward to this, and I shared this to Nate. I haven't heard what he thought about it yet.
Yeah, Nate's away on holidays right now, so
he's our guy that's super excited about Starfield, even more than I am. But,
yeah,
well, we're both really excited. But we do have some full releases today. We have Chinatown Detective Agency on Xbox One, Switch, and PC. We have Chrono Cross, the Radical Dreamers Edition on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. Godfall Ultimate Edition is on PS4, 5, Xbox One, XS, and PC. Sherlock Holmes, The Devil's Daughter on Switch. I heard that's one of your favorite IPs.
Actually, okay, so I like Sherlock Holmes. I do like these games. I feel like this one better than the newest one. The first one dropped in an episode. Corey and I reviewed it. You can check out our review over at ITG Reviews. We didn't like it. Neither one of us liked that game. Dude, it was so boring. Like, it was beyond boring. Yeah, it was too bad.
Well, there's a lot of potential there.
Sure was.
We also have Slipstream coming to the PlayStation 4, 5, Xbox One, XS, and PC. Or rather, Switch. Sorry, not PC. I misspoke. We have a remake of The House of the Dead on Switch. I'm very curious for that one.
I was going to say, are you looking forward to that one? I reached out and I haven't seen our code pop in yet, but maybe we will still get it. You never quite know. Would you take that one, Scott? I'm sure you would.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm looking forward to that opportunity if it does come up.
Well, and that's been the opportunity for today. It's been ITG Daily, the show that brings you the hottest in gaming news. Everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with us over on twitch.tv/the official ITG, as well as YouTube at ITG Reviews. But if you can't join us live, hit us up later inside the game.ca podcast services and those beautiful TV networks around the globe. Until tomorrow, everybody, it's almost Friday. I'm Drew, that's Scott. We'll see you inside the game.